Yo, so
You
the
the
internet is saying
man.
that Gunna is thriving a lot more than Young Thug, and to be honest, I don't even really know about that, but we gonna see what the fuck going on.
Channel, and today we gonna lock in on Gunna and Young Thug, man. Once a dynamic duo, now they not even on speaking terms. But in this video, we gonna talk about how Gunna was able to succeed and thrive despite all the allegations, hate, and lack of industry support, while Young Thug, despite having all the hype getting out of jail, has been failing. But in order
To be honest, one of the things too, it's always about the music, bro. Let's keep it a buck. Like Gunna's music is just, super happy dance not happy, but super lit dance music. Like no matter what, that shit is still gonna go. Once the fucking me song came out and it took off still, I was like, alright, bro, like this nigga is going, like actually.
to do that, we gotta go back to 2022. Young Thug, Gunna, and 26 others swept up in Georgia's RICO case, accused of running a criminal enterprise under the YSL name. Suddenly, lyrics became evidence and affiliations became charges. Thug refused to take any deals, but Gunna decided that after 8 months of being locked up and having bail denied on several occasions, that he would negotiate a plea agreement that would allow him to come home early while Thug remained behind bars. At first, people were celebrating. Meek Mill tweeted in support of Gunna, welcoming him home, and blogs were calling it a win. But it wasn't long before court footage dropped exposing what actually led to his release.
YSL is a music label and a game, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL.
Yeah, this did look pretty bad, but what he did was called an Alfred plea. You feel me? So you basically saying you guilty but not taking like accountability. You get me?
Have committed crimes in furtherance of the game.
Yes, ma'am. Look, give me some McDonald's. When you come back, I might remember something. Can you do that?
Oh yeah, Big Mac fries, Coke.
Yeah.
Done.
Gunna did the unthinkable. The narrative flipped instantly. People started labeling Gunna as a rat and began getting trolled for saying yes ma'am on the stand.
Gunna want it, man. You can't be in the city doing all that ratting shit.
What?
Meek eventually
I remember
deleted his
that.
tweet.
I remember that clip. And what that girl get up in his face like she was gonna do something. Like, man, back the fuck up.
And things started going downhill quickly for Gunna. But here's the thing, Gunna never testified against Thug.
Dow said get a buzz for $100. What you mean, bro? What you mean get a buzz? We locked in, bro. I don't even give a fuck. Luke said you're gonna be the next big streamer. Shit, hopefully, twin. If we could just stay fucking locked in. Get a buzz for 100? You talking? What is he trying to say, bro?
Never took the stand in his case and never mentioned Thug's name in court. And yet his name got run through the mud like he was the main reason Thug was in jail.
Like a buzz cut? Hell nah. Hell nah. Buzz cut is crazy, gang. You do not fuck with me if you want me to get a buzz cut. I'm gonna lose all my aura.
Gunna released a public statement to his Instagram after receiving so much backlash. While I have agreed to always be truthful, I want to make it perfectly clear that I have not made any statements, have not been interviewed, have not cooperated, have not agreed to testify to be a witness for or against any party in the case, and have absolutely no intention of being involved in the trial process in any way. I have chosen to end my own RICO case with an Alfred plea and end my personal ordeal by publicly acknowledging my association with YSL. An Alfred plea in my case is the entry of a guilty plea to the one charge against me, which is in my best interest, while at the same time maintaining my innocence toward the same charge. An Alfred plea means he didn't admit guilt, but agreed there was enough evidence to convict him. This caused a bigger conversation to take place in the industry on what can and can't be considered snitching, which has always felt like a moving target. Jewel Wicker.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Like these arbitrary ass rules and shit, like they don't really matter because everyone, like, we don't even know what the rules are, right? We just kind of know like a guidelines or whatever the fuck. And even then, like, I don't know. Always focus on yourself and do what's best for you. That's my thing.
Would release an article that got the attention of Gunna's attorney Steve Sedo, titled Gunna's 2022 release from jail has raised speculation from hip-hop fans regarding snitching. Sedo would defend these snitching allegations in response to this article by saying, what was said at his Alfred plea hearing was solely to resolve his own case. It cannot be used by the prosecution against Young Thug or any other defendant. But even with his attorney adding clarification and coming to his defense, it still was unclear whether Gunna's Alfred plea could be considered snitching or not. And that courtroom footage felt impossible to overcome. It wasn't long.
But at the end of the day, who really gives a fuck? Like, you get me? Like, nobody really cares for real, bro. It's only a certain type of demographic that's really gonna be like, oh, yeah, gonna snitch, so I'm not gonna listen to it. Like, bro, you gonna play the music, gang. Come on.
Before Gunna started losing all his industry support, Lil Baby unfollowed him, Lil Durk publicly distanced himself from him.
Do you believe that Gunna told? That I don't sit up and play games, man. That man told. You should have went in there and kept your mouth closed.
And even Wheezy, his longtime friend and producer, publicly called him a rat. But this is where Gunna's redemption arc truly began. Gunna didn't beg for forgiveness. He didn't explain himself in interviews. He let the music talk. His first single, Bread and Butter, was a statement piece. He took shots at prosecutors, at fake friends, at the whole situation, and then he dropped A Gift and a Curse, a solo album with no features, and a project that felt like a man rebuilding his foundation in real time.
No, that album, I'm trying to tell y'all, that album changed everything, bro. That's when people realize, like, all right, gang, even if people saying all this stuff about you, if the music good, it doesn't even matter. Like, let's look at fucking NBA Youngboy. I mean, like, NBA Youngboy be doing some crazy ass shit, I'm not gonna lie. But his music is just so good, it doesn't even matter. Isn't that crazy? It's like a girl that's crazy as fuck, but she's bad. So it's like, oh, it's fine. She's bad, so it doesn't matter.
rapping for his life. You mean blew up TikTok, clubs, radio, billboard, it was everywhere, and the fan base started shifting. Comments like "he ain't snitch on me" became common. That wasn't just trolling, that was people choosing the music over those street politics. Gunna's fan base evolved. His story became one of resilience, not scandal. Plus his
Yo, shout out my nigga Dolph, man. Shout out my nigga Dolph in this bitch. That nigga's going crazy. He just got monetized on YouTube, bro. Y'all should follow his channel.
music never relied heavy on street content anyway. He was making hits.
Damn, bro. I'm a Dallas said NBA boy decent, he not that good. But a lot of people consider him as one of like the best artists like out here. You get me?
And that's what people showed up for. Now,
Shit, Dolph, later on I'm gonna get back on too, bro, around like 8 or something. We gotta hop on Discord with that shit.
I contrast that with Thug. When he got released in October 2024, the culture erupted. IG stories from Nicki, Travis, Drake, they all showing him love. It felt like a moment. He had truly beaten the odds. Everyone had him counted out and thought that he was going to be put to jail for an extremely long time.
I'm not gonna lie, for Thug, yeah, and I was saying that too. I was saying that before. I thought that nigga was cooked. I thought it was a rap for Young Thug. I keep it a buck. But he beat it or whatever, and like I said, I think it was just a story for real that was kind of getting people intrigued, right? Like this rich ass rapper is fighting this, deadly ass case or whatever. But I'm not really the biggest Young Thug fan. Dale said he's not even considered top 20. Really, gang? You wouldn't put NBA boy at top 20? That's kind of crazy. Dollar said facts. If the music good, it makes up for it. Shit is better than Thug's post Rico shit. Facts. Nah, I agree with that. Luke said, how is Diddy free? Shit, bro. Diddy's free because he's rich as fuck. Literally, that's the only reason, bro. Like, Brian Steele, his lawyer, he's the same guy that got Thug out.
His plea deal came with serious strings. Thug pled guilty and was sentenced to time served, but it also hit him with 15 years of probation, a 10-year ban from Metro Atlanta, and heavy restrictions. No gang references, no contact with former YSL affiliates. He even has to do anti-gang presentations, and any misstep could land him right back.
Not anti-gang presentations. Gang, I can't wait till we fucking touching on that fucking. Yo, Alia Carter, appreciate the follow. Thank you so much. It's love. We just reacting to this Young Thug and Gunna shit. What was I about to say? Yeah, imagine seeing an anti-gang presentation from Young Thug. Like, I would literally fucking kill myself. Like, what are we talking about? Like, who is this nigga?
Back inside. But something was odd. Young Thug requested the court to allow him to still be able to make music with Gunna, despite all the drama online, whether or not he snitched.
Dale said Diddy is throwing a party and we got invited? Nah.
Mr. Williams have no contact with any of the co-defendants in this indictment, with the exception of Mr. Quantavious Greer, that is his biological brother, as well as Mr. Sergio Kitchens. He's a phenomenal artist. He goes performer known as Gunna, G-U-N-N-A. Mr. Williams and Mr. Kitchens are contractually obligated, and they frequently perform music.
And while Gunna never did much talking online, his actions showed he still wanted to maintain his friendship and relationship with Thug, despite the allegations yelling free slime during shows and performing a lot of their old collabs.
Yeah, bro, Thug put him on, gang. Why would he want to burn that bridge?
But that dynamic shifted when Thug tweeted just 1 month after his release. Gunna, stop acting like we friends on the internet. I don't know you, my guy. That tweet.
Are you dead serious, bro? I didn't even see this. Stop acting like we friends on the internet. I don't know you. Bro, that's so fucked up. That's so messed up, bro. Cause it's not like Thug's going to jail for that shit. Like, I would have been like, nigga, like, that's why your music gonna flop. Literally, that's what I would have said. I would have been like, that's why your music gonna flop.
It hit different. It was the first time Thug made it clear that whatever relationship they had was done. There was no more speculation. Instead of Thug dropping music out the gate, he just tweeted. In fact, the only way to get anything from Thug was to go on Twitter, not Spotify, not Apple Music. It would take until March, 5 months after his release, to finally mention anything about music, saying, y'all mother...
I'm sorry I keep pausing it. I'm gonna stop pausing it. But I'm like, yo, that's crazy. As soon as Gunna came out, music, this nigga was just tweeting, getting all these views to his Twitter for free. I mean, not all the way for free, but basically for fucking free, right? Because they're worth less than streams. So it's just, I don't know. Dale said Gunna was heartbroken. Hell yeah, bro, I'd be heartbroken too. Shit. Bro said, fuck me.
He's gonna have to beg me to drop this no kizzy. On Tuesday, April 1st, now 6 months after his release, Thug posted a picture of the DA's investigator calling her a liar, risking another violation. They argued that it endangered a protected witness and violated terms. The judge declined prison time but warned him to exercise restraint. You would think The tweets would stop here after nearly landing him back in the position he fought so hard to escape. But no, he decided to throw a random shot at Kid Cudi over his testimony in the Diddy case that he was required by law to participate in after receiving a federal subpoena.
Just last week, Ventura testified that Sean Combs had threatened to blow up Kid Cudi's car.
We was just talking about Diddy.
Found out about their relationship together.
Like, bro, he tried to blow up his car over Cassie. Someone he beat on camera for the world to see. Read the room.
That's not
People
funny.
wanted
I'm
music,
sorry.
not messy tweets. Thug was released in October, and it would be a long 6 months before he would eventually release his single Money on Money featuring Future. An unimpressive introduction to this new era of Young Thug. This release fell flat and barely crept into the top 40 on Billboard at its peak. UI Scuddy was supposed to be the big return. Instead, he's been unable to build an ounce of hype around his music, with fans on Reddit saying he lost it. People questioning if the fire is even there. For someone who once defined Atlanta's sound, this was a scary fall from grace. You see,
yeah, you gotta be quick, bro. You can't just be bullshitting. Like 5 months after you get released, that's when you want to drop music. Like, how disrespectful are you, bro, to your audience? You feel me? Niggas don't be respecting their audience. That's what it is, gang. Like, shit, if that was me, nigga, we dropping the same day. The same day, bro. I step outside. I'm like, all right, shit, we about to record. I'm gonna try to make some fire new shit. If I can't make no new shit, just get the hard shit out my vault. Cause timing is everything. Like, not just social media, but music too. Like, you have to get this shit out. Nobody's trying to sit here waiting for you, bro. This nigga's like, you know, whoever the fuck is dropping every day, dropping better music. So don't waste time, bro.
Gunna's blow up has been deeper than just the music. After getting out, he slimmed down, stayed quiet, and focused on his health and growth. Gunna also quietly covered up his
him losing weight definitely helped his brand image a lot too. Like, niggas used to think of Gunna as like the fat nigga, right? But not that that's bad, but you get what I mean. Like, it helps his brand image. Like, it makes the story a little bit better, right? He went to jail fat, came out buff, like.
YSL tattoo. No rant, no drama, just a clean break. And that didn't sit right with Thug, who jumped into the comments saying, I mean, he did say it should end, LOL, referring back to the court footage of Gunna on the stand. Another tweet, another delete. But at that point,
I'm not gonna lie, young Thug is acting lame, bro. I don't like this.
Message was loud. Thug was watching Gunna close.
Worm said, we dropping first day out. Hell yeah, nigga, I'm in the bitch. Like, yeah, my first day out. Come on.
And it's eating at him. Meanwhile, Gunna never responded, not even once. No subtweets, no sneak disses, just more music, more wins. He's been moving like someone who's already made peace with the fallout. Like someone who accepted that the old chapter is over and he's not begging to come back. But on Thug's end, it's like he's stuck. And honestly, this Reddit post said it best. For Thug to be this hot over Gunna tells me he knows Gunna would be just fine without him. And it bothers him. Now, to be fair, Thug brought Gunna into the game. He helped shape him, made space for him in YSL, and gave him a lane. So from Thug's perspective, this wasn't just industry beef. It felt like betrayal on a personal level. Like someone he considered a brother might have played a role in him getting locked up for life. Even though the legal facts don't support that idea since Gunna never actually testified against him, it's not easy.
Exactly. And Young Thug's been doing all that illegal ass shit since day one. Literally since day one. What did they say? 2011? They had evidence of him doing all this wild ass shit. Like, dog, you feel me? Like, you try to help somebody up and now they surpassed you. Now you're mad. Like, how about you drop some shit? How about you drop some good music? Yeah, how about you work on your craft instead of doing all this tweeting, bro? Like, are you an artist or a content creator?
For Thug to look past that courtroom footage. We as fans can separate the music from the street politics, but for Thug, that moment was unforgivable. Still, what's undeniable in this, Gunna has survived everything that should have crushed him. Industry blackballing, internet hate,
niggas do not be your kin. Yo, XYZCAA, what you talking about? Appreciate the follow, son. What are we talking about? We just talking about Young Thug and Gunna. How like Young Thug is just being really weird to Gunna for no fucking reason. Like, he didn't even fucking snitch for real, right? And now Young Thug is doing all this tweeting like, oh, Young Thug was like, why you telling the internet we friends? I'm like, bro, like you acting like a hoe. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's very hoish behavior. Like, you know, like you're free, your man's free, y'all still rich. Like, come on, bro, let's do something. Let's live life. Let's not do all this weird stuff. Like, I hope Gunna takes off. I'm not gonna lie. XYZ said they make fire. They do make fire, but now Young Thug's acting weird, bro. He's acting in all types of weird ways to this nigga. Watch. We gonna see.
Rules on fans who just don't care. At the end of the day, this whole saga stopped being about who snitched and started being about who seized the moment and delivered. People are riding with Gunna because the music's hitting. Simple as that. Bread and butter hit. A gift and a curse hit.
Yeah.
You mean hit. It took over the culture. The memes, the TikToks, the sold out shows. It's not because people forgot what happened. It's because they've moved on. They see an artist who was isolated by the industry, but owned his moment and bounced back a better artist for it. Gunna never leaned into the drama. He leaned into
always focus on your product, guys. Always focus on your business. How can you make your product better? Because music at the end of the day is just a product, just like any other business. You get me? So I think Gunna. Luke said GTG. You're good, Brody. XYZ said, did he say free Diddy too? I think he did. I'm not gonna lie, but I think he did. Bro.
growth. He gave his people something real, and now he's reaping the benefits. Meanwhile, Thug, he's struggling to catch that same wave.
Yeah.
His attempts to drag Gunna back into the mud have fallen flat. His sneak disses feel bitter. His album rollout feels uninspired. Fans were hyped for his return, but every drop or preview since his release has felt underwhelming. People don't want to hear drama, they want to hear hits. They want growth, and unless Thug locks in and delivers that, he's at serious risk of watching the culture move on without him. And now things are coming full circle. Gunna's already teasing the last one, his final album under YSL. It's a subtle but symbolic move. The title alone feels like a message, like he's tying
The last one, Gunna, he changed his name to Wanna for W's. Like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. The story is crazy, and that's what pulls people in a lot too. Just the story. So, fuck, bro. This is crazy. Like, Gunna's probably about to take off. I'm not gonna lie.
up that last loose end before fully walking away from the past. And just as Gunna pressed for this moment, rumors are going around that Thug may finally be ready to drop his comeback album around the same time. This could get very interesting if Thug decides to compete with Gunna and drop on his date, something that was rumored to happen while he was still behind bars, but it was difficult to confirm whether it was real or AI generated.
I'm dropping this surprise album on the same day Buddy dropped his album. That shit coming up soon. I need a verse from you. If you feel like replying, if you feel like
man, that shit fake as fuck. That shit fake as fuck. If this was real for real, it would have went viral as fuck. I don't believe it. I'm skipping it.
But he's looking to do something like this again, considering he never went through with it. Whether he decides to drop on
Dale said Gunna and Drake needs to happen again. Do you think it's gonna happen again, gang? I don't think so, bro. I think that shit over.
On the same day or not, what's clear is that they are on two completely different paths leading into their upcoming album. Gunna walked out of jail skinny, sharp, and refocused.
Hey,
on
man.
two completely different paths leading into their upcoming album.
Hold up. Damn, Gunna really was fat. That nigga was fat as fuck. But, you know, you made it work.
Jail skinny, sharp, and refocused. Thug came out bloated, bitter.
And then Thug went into jail and got fat. So, Gunna was probably starving in there, bro. And, you know, Thug, he got all his money and stuff. He's probably getting people... Did he get in trouble for that? Having people, like, sneak shit in the jail for him? Like... Dog.
Focused, literally and metaphorically. And honestly, that contrast says everything about where their careers are headed right now. One is ascending, the other is descending. But I'll end with this. Thug is still one of the most talented artists of our time, no question. But he's not creating under the same conditions anymore. Every lyric, every post, every move is under a microscope.
But I understand, you know, rap lyrics. I understand how it could be twisted. I understand what it could do to the mind of people. I understand all that, and I promise you I'm 100% changing that. You know, it's just, I'm older. I'm grown now, you know, and it's just like,
whatever.
And honestly, he might need to take a page out of Gunna's book. Lock in.
Yeah, tell any Thug to lock in, bro. Otherwise, Gunna is gonna leave the label and make more money.